So today we're going to install the MCarbo spring kit for XBolt on max long range with feather trigger. I have Timney triggers on my 6.5 Creedmoors, but for this one I just wanted to try this spring first. It's you know, a really cheap alternative. Timney trigger up here in Canada put me back about $3.50, whereas as opposed to the spring being about $12. So I'm going to get to it. It looks pretty easy to install. See how I make out, and unfortunately I don't have a trigger pull gauge, but you guys will just have to take my word for it if it is in fact a lot better. So I'll remove these action bolts and then we'll get to pulling the factory spring out. Nothing too crazy here. It's 2 bolts. I believe I'm going to torque them down to about 50. I've contacted Browning. There's nothing in the manual, but I'm going to go 50 inch-pounds on installing them back in there. There's two. The shorter one goes to the front, so if you guys take them out, just make sure you don't mix them up. Quick little look at the max long range stock. Looks like they got a bit of bedding in there. And then pretty simple, we're just going to go in this hole here. Right here. I don't know how I'm going to, well, this is going to be on video, but I might just do my best and pull the little spring out and then install the new MCarbo. Just drop it in and put the set screw back in. Hard to see. The idea behind here is to go in, pry the spring off this here, pretty much mangle it by getting it out. I did one more once and did a better job, but this one here not so much. And then just grab it and pry it out, and then the old spring is there in a heap. But that's how MCarbo showed to do it, and it is a little finicky getting out, but it does come out. So we're just going to take the new spring, drop it in the top. It will fit right in. And I just want to put this here for now, and then I'm going to throw a little bit of Loctite on it. So with Loctite, less is more. You don't need a whole bunch. I'm going to go about 2.5 threads. Let that set up. And it should be nice and light. Spring is in there. Put it back together, torque down the stock, action bolts back in, and then I'll do a few tests, hitting the rifle, I'll try a few things, make sure it's not going to go off, see how it feels. So the last thing I'm going to do, torque this down. I'm going to go 45. Well, actually that didn't feel too much, so I'm going to go just a little bit more. 50, like I said, I couldn't find the specs on this, so I've done some reading. Say 50 is probably safe, so we'll go with that. And just a few checks we'll do here now. I don't want to hit her too much because I don't want to bump my scope out, but so we'll just see how she feels. It's pretty light. I don't think it's as light as my Timneys, but there was a little bit of creep in the Browning with the Browning spring. That is definitely gone. Oh, that is nice and light. I will try and find a trigger pull gauge. See where we're at. Maybe even a fish scale if I can see that, but my Timneys are 1 pound and 15 ounces. This one does not feel like much more. I don't want to dry fire too much, but there you go. MCarbo XBolt spring install. Done a few more dry fires, and yeah, this thing is light. It is a nice trigger. For the money, if you don't want to go with that much on a Timney, you know, I don't know if I could tell the difference right now. Not a master trigger, of course, but it is one heck of a nice hunting trigger. One other thing to note with the Timneys, you don't have, when you're on safe still works, you don't have the bolt unlock function anymore. With the Timney trigger, you lose that, so you can just pop, even when you're ready to fire, your bolt can come up. There is no more locking feature with the Timneys, whereas with this MCarbo, you still retain that function. Just one more little bit of information for you guys.